And we're going to talk about why Unique's character and who he is as a person already lets us know why he's definitely going to screw over New Jersey and get rid of his major attachment to Phil Russo, even though he may still favor a couple people from New Jersey and still work with them going into season 5. And we're also going to speak on Rock's potential involvement, right? In Unique screwing over New Jersey, maybe or maybe not. Will they, won't they get back together as far as at least working together to deal with the Italians? Things of that nature, right? And a plan that Raquel may come up with in order to force Unique into helping her deal with the Italians, whether it's just New Jersey or whether it's the Italians overall, including Stefano and the 5 families in New York City. All that and more in today's theory. Of course, this is going to be another banger. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, now, y'all, let's break it down like this. First, we have to assess who Unique is as an individual and why it's inevitable that Unique was going to deal with and screw over New Jersey, right? It was inevitable, okay? What we know about Unique is this, right? He already chose to save Rock's life instead of siding with the Italians one time already. What did he say once he saved Rock? Southside. This man loves Queens with a passion. You have to understand also that the man loves Queens so much when he would rather start from nothing, which he's already did twice. He would rather start from nothing in Queens, go to war with anybody, be a war general, and build his way up to the top again, instead of leaving Queens. This is the type of person, right, who you have to assume it will be killing him inside to share his business and continue dealing and owing people like Phil Russo and have to break off bread with people like Akbar for the foreseeable future. Unique's gonna kill Akbar, right? Unique's gonna kill Etone. He will have a hand in dealing a bad hand to Phil Russo as well in some kind of way, right? Even if he's forced to do it earlier, it will still be inevitable. And when I say even if he's forced, best believe that I'm gonna retouch on that when I get to the Rock portion of this theory, right? But let's speak on the 2 clues that already foreshadow that Unique is going to deal a very bad hand to Phil Russo in New Jersey. We're either going to see it completely be done in the finale, or we're going to get even more evidence that it's going in that way, right? The first thing we need to understand is episode before last, when Akbar and them is talking to Unique about whatever's going on with New Jersey, what does Unique say? F Jersey, right? He didn't say Phil Russo or the Italians. He said the entire New Jersey, right? The entire New Jersey. And he said that and was bold enough to say that in front of nothing but New Jersey dudes. Let's remember, he don't have nobody in New York on his side, right? Very, very gangster of him. Very gangster of him, right? Let's acknowledge it for what it is. The next one, in the very next episode, which was last episode, you got Etone. After Etone kills David, we know what happened in the tailor shop. Unique looks at Etone. Etone very, very angry for no reason, right? Very, very, very mean. He looks at Unique. Unique looks at him. You got to understand from context, right? Unique feels the animosity coming from E-Tone for seemingly no reason at all. Like you just committed a murder for me, right? Basically, right? This means that behind Unique's back, we will find out that Akbar and his team, right? They don't have that much respect for Unique. They doing this for Phil Russo. But we know what was said. Unique looks at E-Tone, he says, oh, you a real big buck. What they feeding y'all in New York? I mean, what they feeding y'all in Jersey? He said, New York. You gotta understand that that could be in response to Unique saying, F New Jersey. I'm trying not to say too many curses in this video. That could be a direct response. If not, they are talking about Unique behind Unique's back, right? We may find out that when it's all said and done and the presumed victory is won, Phil Russo may have said to Akbar, yo man, kill Unique and take everything. And if that happens and Unique finds out about that, maybe because of the other guy who we see him next to a lot, right? The shorter, dark-skinned dude. I don't know his name. DeMarcus, if you hear, let me know. You know what I'm talking about. He got like the mini fro. I feel like that's going to be one of Unique's closest mans. If that guy's from Jersey and he tells Unique that, then you know for sure he's going to do something bad to Jersey. But those are the two clues that are already foreshadowing that something bad is going to happen between Unique and New Jersey. Somebody's going to cross who? I mean, somebody's going to cross somebody. Somebody's going to double cross somebody. It's going to happen. You better believe Unique does not want to continue to deal with New Jersey, right? He definitely would much rather deal with Stefano, who has control over Queens, right? Definitely. And now let's talk about Rock and how Rock comes into play. Rock is sneaky. She's smart. When we have the promo clip and we have Lou watching over Pernessa, stalking her, seemingly going to kidnap her, we have to understand that Rock is smart enough to understand that she can make Unique move and do things for her, or she could force him to go along with whatever plan that she wants by simply making Unique think that Pernessa's life is in danger, even though it's really not, right? So if she was able to get Lou to get Pernessa to her, she could have Pernessa sitting, chilling somewhere, right? And Jerome, all the food they need, complete safety, never have a hand put on them. She could simply lie to Unique and say, hey, listen, we gonna kill your bitch. Your kid's gonna get it too. What I need for you to do is help me roll over on Stefano. Help me roll over on Phil Russo in New Jersey. These are the things that we need to pay attention to because it's very much possible. Another thing that I want to add on, because I feel like it's possible, but I don't feel like there's enough for me to make a whole solo video about it, is be looking out for the potential of Rock going over to New Jersey, figuring out a way to get Phil Russo on her side, and still screwing over New Jersey in the end. And it could end up being so bad where she could still end up having to go on the WISEC. That's just something for y'all to ponder on. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.
Can't teach that shit, nigga. Come on. That's God get that. That's touch my ink. That's on the dome, nigga.